There has been a new FTK at YCS Indianapolis, and today I'm going to show you the FTK in two different variants, so stay tuned for that. So the first combo is the Snake Eye Salamangreat FTK. So in this you will just start by normal summoning the Ash. Then with the Ash you will search the Poplar as always. Then with the Poplar you're going to special summon it and search the original Sinful Spoils. Then you will just go Ash effect, use Poplar, then summon Oak, then effect Oak and Poplar, and then you can just summon back the Ash, then effect Oak, get out Flamberge. Now it's really important that you use the effect of Flamberge to place one of the level 1s. Doesn't really matter which, because you're going to send it anyways. Then you're going not for IP, but you go for Heater, and then you will trigger the Flamberge, summon back the level 1s, and then you will not go into Promethean Princess, but you will directly go into the Salamangreat Raging Phoenix, and at that point you can use the original Sinful Spoils and then get to Salamangreat Mole. This is important because you need to get to Bailings to trigger the Salamangreat Raging Phoenix. Then you will just get the field spell, then activate the field spell and reeling summon the Raging Phoenix, and at that point you will just use the Raging Phoenix to search Gazelle, and then you can just link those two away for the Cyber's Wicked, and then trigger the Gazelle to special summon, and then you can trigger Wicked and Gazelle. Gazelle sends Spinny and Wicked searches Weasel by banishing the Mole from the graveyard, and then you can just go into Promethean Princess. It's important right now that you do not summon back a level 3, but you have to summon back the Heater because you need it in the combo later. And then you just summon the Weasel. The Weasel will then be a Salamangreat on the board, and then you can special summon the Spinny. And then you can just go into Mirage Stalio. Stalio can then special summon the Jaguar. And then at that point you have enough material to go into Pyro Phoenix. And then you trigger the Weasel. And then you use the Pyro Phoenix's second effect, which is that it can burn your opponent if a link monster special summoned to his field. And then you will just summon the Raging Phoenix with the Mole, draw a card, and then trigger the Pyro Phoenix. This will burn them for 2800. Then at that point you will special summon the Jaguar by putting back Bailings. Then you can send the Heater and the Jaguar to the graveyard to special summon from deck the Awakening of the Possessed Greater Inari Fire, because this can just special summon from the deck by attributing a spellcaster and a level 4 or lower fire monster, and then on special summon this will burn your opponent by the attack of one of their monsters, and then you will just go for the Raging Phoenix, of course. This will burn them for another 2800, and then you will link the Mirror Stalio and the Inari Fire for the SP. It doesn't really matter which you link it. You could also go into Sunlight Wolf, but really doesn't matter. Then you will just trigger the Inari Fire, which will then search a spiritual fire art, and this will search then Kurenai, and then you can just set it, and then you'll end your turn, and then on your opponent's draw phase you will just activate the Kurenai, and this will then burn your opponent equal to the monster's original attack you attributed, and then you will just tribute the Pyro Phoenix, and that way he pretty much lost. And this is all through one card, and you still end up with 5 other cards in hand because you draw another card with the Mole, and this is really strong. That was the first combo. Now for the second combo. This is pretty much similar, but in this combo you're playing pure Salamangreat, and you have to have Salamangreat of Fire and either Gazelle or the, what is it called, the Weasel, and then you will just normal summon the Weasel, or in this case I searched Gazelle first, but you will just normal summon the Fire. Fire will search Weasel, then you'll link for Bailings, then triggering Gazelle and Bailings you will get the field spell and then special summon the Gazelle, and then you will trigger the Gazelle to send Spinny, and then you will just special summon back Spinny, go into Mirror Stalio. This will then special summon the Jaguar from the deck to get enough link material, and then you will immediately go into the Raging Phoenix. You could also go into Sunlight Wolf before, and trigger it, but then you would have you would need 3 Sunlight Wolf in the extra deck, so that's why I only do this combo like this. Then you will go for another Raging Phoenix, and then you will trigger it to search for the Will of the Salamangreat. And then you can just immediately activate it. This will then special summon 4 of your Salamangreat non-link monsters. And then you can just link into Heater, then link into Promethean Princess. And this can then special summon back the Heater, and now you can just use the Promethean Princess and the Raging Phoenix to go into Pyro Phoenix. Then use those 2 to go into your... Oh no, you still have to use your Weasel, and that in this combo you just summon the Weasel, and then you'll link into Bailings, but oh, I couldn't do that right here. I should have summoned the Heater in another zone, but it doesn't really matter right now because I just replaced the zones wrong. But yeah, you will just then use the Weasel, then summon the Raging Phoenix to your opponent's board, and then use Pyro Phoenix to target the Raging Phoenix and burn him for 2800. Then you will go for the Inari Fire, and then this will burn him for another 28. And then you will summon back the Jaguar. This will then link those 2 into the Sunlight Wolf, which will then trigger the Inari Fire to search the Kurenai. And then you can even go into another Sunlight Wolf, which will then add back the Will. And this is pretty much follow up. And like that, you have pretty much the same combo, but you end up with 1 less card in hand. Also, I think I forget to draw with the Weasel. Yeah, I forgot to draw with the Weasel, but it doesn't really matter right here. So I end up pretty much with 5 cards because I add 1 back with the Sunlight Wolf, and this is pretty much the FTK too. So yeah, well, that's it for the FTK combos. I hope you enjoyed the video and you are aware now for your next local that these FTKs exist. So if you see your opponent randomly linking into Heater even though you don't have a fire monster in graveyard, then you could suspect the FTK. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video and have a nice day.